I'm going to start by reading a poem that's actually in an appendix in the book. And because I wanted to start with that because one of the many things that poetry has taught me is that a poet is wise to pay attention to the less privileged, whether that be the footnote or something in the back of the book or something in the back of, and you fill in the blank. So this poem is titled Looking Past the Birth. I am learning not to yearn for amnesia, as when I see dragonflies off kilter, shoving through air like husbands with bruised eyes. Black dimes interrupt the sun's glare, an experience familiar to travelers visiting Namibia in search of pure light. But thermodynamics of farewells yield the scent of armpits, the spoor of exhaustion, until what holds up the room is a riding crop propped against a wall. The thin leather line cracks a field of vision, and if, as you say, each cut generates a new affair, I am not surprised. For centuries, wood carvers immortalized stigmata on the limbs of virgins and saints, eyes wide and white to manifest exaltation. Yesterday, a long-lashed poet clad in Prussian silk sweetly declared, I am in love with the stock market. Somewhere a typhoon has failed to devastate a landscape brimming with violets, turtles, and dandelions. I feel a memory surface from days of unremitting light, when I ignored all ancestors to stare directly at the sun, the cool dimness of a cathedral, where hands penetrated marble bowls for holy water, whose oily musk lingered on my filigreed fingers as if to sheathe my flesh against all that will come, all that will not come, and the accompanying relevance, if any, of love. I've told many of you I write poems because I can't paint. But this is a poem that was inspired by the Buddhist painter Max Gimblet's painting of two Enso circles. And there was like an overlap between the two circles, which to me, it looked like the two circles were trying to join to become one. But that's how I looked at it anyway. And so I wrote a poem about it titled From the Tibetan Hallway of Transition, with a epigraph by a poem by Eric Gamalinda that says, I want to send you this silence, the bold fires in the mountains and the way they torch the earth, the way things turn luminous and then tire upon themselves. Unpin the jade scepter from its crust of diamonds, sapphires, and pearls, to follow the fall of my hair uncut since birth, watch it skim my breasts, belly, and thighs, see it pool around vermilion toes, relish the storm clouds it forms like the inky dark clouds split by lightning. You share with me in my private bardo. You are the scent of rain. I am parched almonds. My eyes never close. I am swooning into your childhood, where the Milky Way floats like a silk scarf, where you formed your gods and beat the gong to call for golden fireflies to glitter and mate, to make me part my lips and know you awake, as the rock that can be felt but not seen in Ryoanji, about which a poet writes of the sand ministered to by a monk's rape. An archipelago is that space between jade islands that unites us as you slip cobalt from my shoulders. I am swooning into you with eyes of open stones. Don't ever stop. Be mad with me. Be ecstasy. Be me. And this book is thick partly because it contains collaborations with other poets and translations. And this is a poem I wrote with Nick Carbo titled Skim the Sheen. Let me take your Hamanhan shoes on a triptych walk through beetle nut avenues, while you listen to ghosts singing as they skim the sheen of the Abra River. Let Maria Clara's mink hair stand like cormorants by the water when Gabriela Salam orders, stop flirting. Use your panuelo to bandage a wound. This is the red W of the sound of downtown revolutions, the 21st century opera, bled from faces burned by noonday suns, a carapace running down your logo's moons, as you stone clay-footed authors of history texts, quote, see, Dick, run. At 388 miles per hour, the post-colonial dime is dying dusty. I know now what matters most, the fidelity of your eyes on me, which I cannot step into twice and be the same sumptuous stare, parentheses. You see how open beaks crack marble lips to join the fray, close parentheses. If only I would dare eat this Eurocentric speech, but why lapse to bitter needs when my lips would rather form mahal? And your amber feet turn into lahar lanzones pies. My love, the mangoes have ripened. Throw out that marinade of vinegar and salt. I'm going to read a short poem just so that it allows me to read the Tagalog version of that, because I wanted to share what Tagalog sounds like. Scumbled. I cannot remember the name of that mountain city, but it trembled. It is near XYZ, a town with hyphens. Now, so many deaths. The only art left, the preparation of grace. And this is a Tagalog translation by Paulo Manalo, one of the Philippines' leading contemporary poets. Dinibuho. Hindi ko matandaan ang ngalan ng lungsod na iyon sa bundok, pero naninig ito, malapit sa XYZ, isang bayang ginikitlingan. Ngayon, maraming namatay. Ang nalalabig sining, ang paghahanda sa disgrasya. And I'll end with Athena. What's deemed necessary changes. Hear me listening in another decade, editing last and first lines. A different singer croons from behind an impassive speaker. I listen, cross out more lines. The poem cannot be pure. Sound never travels unimpeded by anonymous butterflies. Writing it down merely freezes flight. Translation, an inevitable fall. Take control by shooting it as if pigeons were clay. This poem is, but it provided pleasure once, was necessary. Once it flew with non-imaginary wings, oh clay pigeon. Translation, the error is my ears. The sky ruptured suddenly. I saw but did not hear the precursor fall of leaves. Edit it down. Edit it down. Silence is queen, not lady in waiting. Edit it down. Edit it. Edit it down. Edit it. Edit. Edit.